let's start with Brian. So you do a superhero book.
Yes, I do.
But it is unlike most superhero books.
Yes.
If you could wave your wand and draw like someone else, would you? Or are you embracing your style? Because you have a very distinctive style. Are you embracing that wholeheartedly?
I would probably like to better myself as an artist. I don't really consider myself so much as an artist as maybe a cartoonist. I look at my flaws in my art and I embrace them. I know I might not be, somebody necessarily amazing in the comic book world, but at least I can get my point across, and hopefully I get across in a cute, fun, enjoyable way.
And actually, I find that if your book was drawn like by Jim Lee or somebody, I don't think I would love it as much as I love So Super Duper. It's just that it's for those of you not familiar, it's a book about a very kind of tentative, awkward, closeted kind of he's transitioning from one arena to another, and the art works so well with it because it's a very
it's a very like cartoony kind of. But I grew up loving comic books, and I also grew up loving newspaper strips. So to me, it's kind of like a newspaper strip type of art, but in comic book format. So it's just really lively. The colors are bright. When I get reviews of my book, a lot of people say it's crude art, but at the same time, it's endearing art. So I think that's hopefully what I showcase in my work is that it's filled with heart. Every time. It's just something that I love to do. And it really just represents myself as an LGBT person who's just kind of, living my life and learning who I am each day and loving who I am each day.
And it's kind of, when you think of fine art and then you have outsider art. I think of it as kind of like the outsider art that's honest and true and raw of the superhero comics.
It's definitely like indie. When you think of indie, you think of something outside the norm, whatever you would consider the norm. And my art is definitely kind of on the street indie level. And I like that. I like that I'm independent. I like that I'm busting my butt every day to let people know about it. I enjoy working hard to just tell my story. And if I have one person tell me they liked it, it's a success.
Do you like it?
I just want to say something about his comic book. I met Brian at the Alternative Press Expo in San Francisco, and I remember David, the treasurer of Prism Comics, I started reading it over his shoulder, and there's a scene, and minor spoiler, but the main character, Syke, is basically remembering how he would tie a towel around his head and this little twirl to turn into this amazing superheroine. And it's like, oh, I know this. And so I had to run over and meet him when I found out that he was at the expo. And it's just such an amazing comic book. And when you say that, the art, or when people say that it's crude, I think it totally works with the story. And the expressionism